Okay, is this working? Let me check on my end. Check, check. Is there a delay? Check, check. Is there a delay? All right, I think it's working. Let's wait for a little bit. Let's wait for some people to get in here. And then we'll get started. I don't have any topics off the top of my head. So this is probably going to be horrendous. And when I'm watching myself right now, there's a delay. And so it's throwing my brain off. I don't know. It took 47 minutes to get this started, so I apologize. Oh, I should probably what do we call it? Share this to the world on the Twitters. Let me do that real quick, if y'all don't mind. See, it would help if I had a producer like my wife, but she's too busy watching, gosh darn, The Bachelor, which is still going on 47 years later for no reason. God, I hate that show. That's actually why I'm doing this, just so y'all know, because I have nothing else to do. Let's see, share, copy link, posting on the Twitters. I am live, I think. Paste. I tried doing this from my phone, but YouTube said I don't have that ability. So, Fatal, I would love for you to join. However, I don't know how to do that. All right. How many people got here? 4. It's probably my mom, my dad, my wife, and one of my kids. There's nobody is communicating back with me. Copy and paste what link? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Give me a moment, Mr. Fatal. Be easy. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to stream from my phone and it got it said you are not eligible to stream from your phone. So I don't know what that's all about, but I gotta check into that at a later date. But it ain't gonna happen today. That's why it took so long. And I had to download Chrome while I was on Chrome. So therein lies why I'll never game on PC, because this shit never works. I guess we'll start off with how women can make you stop in your tracks, totally forget what you had going on, what your plans were. This is super laggy, buffering too, on that Boost Mobile internet. See, that's the thing. I'm not on a Boost Mobile internet. I'm on pretty good internet. It's the damn, every time I try to stream from a computer, it's real shitty. Are y'all having the same, is everybody having the same issue? If you're having laggy issues, put 1 in the chat. This is a really terrible way to start a stream, by the way. Very unprofessional. I've got one guy that's doing good. See, maybe y'all are on the cowbell internet. You know what I mean? All right, Fatal, give me a bit and I'll send it to you. That dude put 411 ones. The audio and video are not synced. Yeah, I don't know how to go about fixing that. Let me try something. I don't even see a dang. Check, radio check, 1, 2. Am I coming in good? Is it like loud? Can you hear me at least? Yeah, that's probably true, Brian. Well, I wish Brian Redband probably be better than me. I don't know what the hell's going on. should I click on that? Continue allowing YouTube to access. Always pull out camera. Like, no. Oh, I need to manage. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Stick with me. I'm going to lose people. This is not fair. Oh, I don't know if y'all. Son of a bitch. Microphone. Click on this button. Integrated webcam watch. Oh, let's do that one. How do I save it? I don't know which one to pick. Can y'all hear me? Oh, I can't see the comments. I don't know why I'm asking you questions. All right, is that better? All right, is this better? Can y'all hear me better? Can you see me better? Is it still lagging? I think it is. 1, if it's shit. 2, if it's good. OBJ, don't get blocked. I need you to contribute. Help me out here. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I'm using this microphone. I don't know which microphone I'm on. Five Frames podcast. Oh my God. Dang. 1.2. Jesus Christ. Whoa. Yeah, this is like playing on a Switch. Dang it. I don't know what to do, fellas. I don't know how to fix this. If you're just now joining, I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties. By that I mean I don't know why it's lagging. I don't know why it was my voice coming through loud and clear. I don't know. I hate PC. I've been working on this for 47 and a half minutes. Babe, does it sound okay in there to you? You are my producer that's in there watching The Bachelor, not doing your job. No response. She's the worst producer ever. My voice is fine. Okay. So it's just the video that's lagging? Yeah, it's lagging. Babe! Is it good? Am I lagging? I can't see you. Use your voice, your audible tones. Women. Is it working? Is it laggy? Why are people telling me it's laggy? Hold on. It's working fine. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are some lying ass sons of bitches. Okay, we'll get started. So as I was saying, women have this thing, they have a control over you. So you can be with the mindset of, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do some heavy lifts. I may or may not meet some big ass dudes that play on the Switch and I'm going to make fun of them. Right? That's what's in my brain. I go to start walking out and my wife decides that she needs to drop everything that she's doing, bend over and start dusting. Now she was dusting the PS4. That has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but it might add to it. I don't know. But point is, I was on my way out the door. I got my really long, really tight underwears on for like keeping the boys together while you're doing heavy lifts. And I'm walking by her, and then she's bent over dusting, ass in the air, other fruit hanging down. Some would say peach. That's probably inappropriate. But I stopped dead in my tracks, and I didn't have nothing to say. I couldn't move. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't blink. I was just frozen in time, just staring like a dog. You say something weird to a dog, and they'll go, "Huh?" That's what I did. I was like, "Huh?" Like this, and she kept doing it, and I finally was able to make some noises with my mouth. I was like, "Babe, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Ha, sorry. Like, you knew exactly what you were doing, woman." And so I was like, "Babe, you can't do that. Daddy's got to go work out." And she's like, "I got to dust. I'm sorry. I got to get way back there. It's far back there, so I have to just get my arms back in there, and my ass may or may not be up in your face." And so, what do you do at that point? I had to just lean over with a lot of aggression and just start grabbing everything that was around, just all of it, just grab it. And then grabbing is never enough. You have to like grab, squeeze, and then slap a couple times, like bongos, like this, So that's what happened before I went to the gym. And what the reason why I bring that up is because it's very annoying. Like, I don't have any control over my brain or my body functions or anything. Like, when that happens, you're in the zone, ass, and everything goes away. Like, they have complete and utter control over us, and it really bothers me. Like, we need to revolt. We need to like make a stand. I don't know how we would do that, but I feel like that would probably help us all out if we learn how to do that. Anyway, so I made a video earlier on the Twitters about my day at the gym. So I get over to the squat racks, and there's some fine fellows sitting or doing their little thingamajig in the squat rack next to me, and they were talking about what I thought was gaming. I was a little preoccupied with pre-workout. My heart's kind of doing that, and also I don't know which mic I'm using. Anyway, so my heart's kind of racing. I'm real sweaty. And so I wasn't really concentrating on what they were saying because I didn't want to be like one of those weirdos. But I could have swore they were talking about gaming. So I started listening in, kind of leaning in with my right ear, because my right ear I feel like it works better than my left. And sure enough, they were talking about, I don't remember what game they were talking about, but they were talking about PS4 versus Switch. And okay, first of all, the guy that was defending the Switch was like 947 and a half pounds. I don't know what that is in stone, but he's huge. And then the other guy is also huge, just way shorter. Looks kind of like one of the bearded bald guy from God of War, like one of the blacksmiths, but way bigger. He was like the size of Kratos, but real short. Anyway, so they were also squatting like, I don't know, 924 pounds, which is ridiculous. And yeah, so this guy is like, defending the Switch. Now imagine if this giant man who looks like the mountain, but of Spanish descent, or south of the border, he's probably against the wall. Either way. So he's like, "Oh, to play my Mario, and I just buy Mortal Kombat on here." Like, this dude, like, what are you playing a keychain? Like, what the fuck? He's too big for a Switch. I mean, Jesus. And so the other guy, he's like, he was like a PS4 dude, right? Or it's what it seemed like. And so when I chimed in, making fun of the dude for being big as shit and playing on a keychain, the other guy was like, "Ho, that's funny." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just getting kind of bored of the games that are out right now. I want a new game." And so I was like, "Well, I got a plethora of knowledge when it comes to gaming. What kind of games are you into?" She started going over them. So I was like, "All right, let me ponder on this for a little bit." So I go over to the squat rack and I rep out some squats. I realized I just said squats in a weird. So I was doing my squats, and in the middle of the squatting, I thought, "Oh, you know what? What's a great game for him to play? I know, Hellblade." So I went back over there to him and told him about Hellblade. And I told him all the details about how great and glorious it is. And that come to find out, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to get that on my PC." I was like, "Wait a minute. You were just arguing with this dude about his Switch from a PS4's perspective, but you have a PC." He's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Well, do you fuck with PS4?" He was like, "Sometimes." And he went in on this like, well, I went to school to be a computer programmer, and all this BS. I was like, damn, you're like the biggest, scariest nerd in the world. And he has like a dedicated PC room and then a dedicated movie/PS4 room, which is super dope. But yeah, like that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm not a gay individual, but I did some gay shit. And it's only gay if you make eye contact. So I've been told. And so I asked them, I was like, hey guys, y'all seem really nifty. We should do a podcast in person. And they were like, there was a moment of silence that I felt like you could go real south real quick or real good, you know? And what ended up happening is I made some new friends, like they're buddies. So they agreed. They thought it'd be awesome. So be looking forward to that. I will be sure to let everybody know on the Twitters before we go live, but we're going to do a live podcast. It'll be me like this, and then you'll see a quarter of a giant dude here and a quarter of a giant dude here, because they probably won't fit all in the frame because they're too big. Like maybe one would fit all in the frame, but not three people. And you know what I'm saying? Like them two together probably wouldn't fit on the frame. And especially with me in the middle. So it's going to be a weird silver sandwich. But you know, the middle is always best. So they're going to rob me. Well, I'm hoping we might do it from the computer guy's house. That way I can't be robbed because, yeah, they're mega huge. I don't even know, like you could go for the knees, but I feel like in the process of going to leg kick their knees, I might break my own leg like I'm Anderson Silva. I don't know. It wouldn't be a good thing. So there's that. But yeah, I got that going. And then there's a developer that I think is watching right now, because I was just talking to him on the Twitters, and he wanting to do a podcast with me as well. I just got to get him out of the shell. If you're watching, we need to get it going because it's going to be awesome. And everybody that's watching this, you guys are going to love what this guy does, or who he works for, what he does for a living, how long he's been doing it. And we're going to go in deep on video game development. He's also in the business and that whole thing. So anyway, I got that. And then another podcast that I got coming is with my neighbor. And it's going to be a political podcast where I don't do a whole lot of talking. I'll just do a lot of questions. And then you'll get to see what happens. It's going to be fireworks, to say the least. Quite intense. And I'll probably get banned from YouTube shortly thereafter the podcast goes live. So be ready for that. Yeah. I wanted to talk real quick about one of the things I talked about the dudes at the gym was I lost train of thought because I was reading comments. Hold on, Fatal, calm down. I will get you in here in a second if I can figure it out. The new Call of Duty. Now I know every year it's like, oh my God, new Call of Duty looks so amazing. Let's get in this. And then it never changes. But this one, based on a few of the professionals that were tweeting about it, talking about, I don't know any of the specs for PS5, sir. Don't make fun of me. I don't talk that tech talk. And nobody's talking about PS5 when we've still got greatness coming out. Stop it. Anyway, so Call of Duty, the new one, new engine, cool. And it also appears that it's going to have the camera mounted on the helmet, like how they do in real war. And so it's going to give you a different perspective and much more realistic. I can't freaking wait. They also said that it's going to be extremely violent and more controversial than that one Call of Duty where you went into the airport and mauled a bunch of people down, which I am beyond excited for. I said this years ago. They need to go for ultra realism and that's how they win over, you know, Battlefield and all these other first person shooters that are out there that are kind of like, you know, taken away from the Call of Duty camp. I'm really, no Russia, that's it. I'm really excited for it. I hope everything that I read about it comes true. The footage they showed looked too good to be true. I don't feel like that's just going to play like that. Because like whenever that dude was behind the trunk of the car and he pulled up like this and was shooting, it came back down, like the fluidity of it all just seemed too realistic. And I don't see how they pulled that off. I really don't see that happening. But if it does, Lord Jesus, that's going to be amazing. I'll be on that day. And they're also going to have a campaign again, which is fantastic because I didn't play last year. I always play the campaigns for all the Call of Duties. it's like a Michael Bay film to me. I just enjoy the action and whatnot, but as long as they keep the kids out, it's all game. I don't know what that means. You mean out of the lobbies? I mean, that's part of the fun. Wrecking children in video games is great fun because they talk a lot of nonsense, and then my old ass would just bust on them and laugh. Also, the Death Stranding nonsense and fuckery going around is just mind-boggling to me. So you have people are like, "What'd you see in the gameplay? It's so exciting. Did you like the ladder that?" It's like, yeah, I mean, it's in the future, so maybe they have ladders that go. I mean, who might question that, right? It looks like the player movement, the bike, all the other. I mean, like the fact that it's all very similar to what was in Horizon Zero Dawn. So when the homie's running around with this giant backpack, which, by the way, Black Mom was like, "How can you carry the big backpack around and move good?" It's like it's called an exosuit. Google it. It's a thing. We have them now. Anyway, so he has a big backpack on, and like in Horizon Zero Dawn, it has layered damage on the robots, and this time they applied it towards the guy with the backpack. So when they start hitting them and shit, pieces of the junk that you picked up or whatever, the loot was falling off in the same way that if he was a robot in Horizon Zero Dawn. So that was badass to me. And then you had to go back and pick it up. And there was some melee in there, some like Superman punches and shit. Fatal, if you don't calm down, sir, you're being like a middle school child. Calm it. You will get it in a moment. Fatal, you're a letdown. Okay, you are a letdown. Don't be slandering. Okay. Anyway, so the stuff falls off of him. It looks like it has really similar movement. I mean, I know everybody's making fun of the way he was running around, trying to get away from those minion-looking people, but I felt like it was cool enough. Sure, they didn't have Madden-style spin moves and jukes, but it is what it is. I have a feeling that it's going to suffer from the same thing in Horizon Zero Dawn, where like the foliage does not move with the character outside of the grass that you can hide in, which is really annoying. But it looks like they improved on all the facial animations and all the NPCs and stuff, so that's a good thing. I also think it's so weird and unique as far as the tone, the atmosphere, the setting, right? The overall narrative that we think it's going to be. That's intriguing enough. Like they showed World War I or II. I don't think it was Vietnam. It was World War I or World War II, most likely. Gameplay. So like whenever you die or something, you go back in time and you have to find your way back to the not upside down world. I don't know, but that's badass. So that's gonna be a whole different thing. Like you're gonna be rocking World War II weapons for a moment to get back into the reality. It's pretty sick. I don't know. There's just a lot there that's unknown, which is also why I'm super excited for it. And I don't know why a whole lot of other people aren't somewhat excited for it. I'm not excited enough to buy a $200 baby though. I thought about it once I realized that it lights up. I was like, man, that's super cool because that would look really cool over here. But I ain't buying a $200 baby. I ain't having it. I ain't doing it. I got a whole bunch of baby dolls in there that already have markers and shit all over them that look like one of the characters from the game. So I could just put him in a milk jug and put him up there. It's the same thing. I ain't doing it for $200. That seems ludicrous. I'm also just doing this live stream again, just to reiterate, because my wife is watching The Bachelor. And I didn't feel like sitting on the bed watching our Joe Rogan podcast. So I was just like, well, I'll go live. We'll see how this turns out. And I don't have what? There's a dude with a mask on top of his mask. That doesn't make any sense, OBJ. You're about to get blocked. Don't say stupid shit on my streams. Thank you. Also, you're the Morgan Freeman of gaming, just in case nobody knows who you are. Morgan Freeman of gaming. He's real old, basically, like Mr. Burns old. I have zero topics to talk about. I'm just winging this. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here. I know. So I was getting ready to do the podcast, and let me back up. So when I got invited to do the Knowles podcast and Any Given Sunday podcast, I was like, well, I don't have any way of joining because my phone dies all the time, and because I have Apple. No, I don't wear UGG boots. No, I don't like I don't like Starbucks. Okay, so let's not play with those jokes. But in order to do the podcast and have headphones and charge my phone at the same time, I had to go buy this little thing here, right? That shit is $40. How anyway, I don't get started. But the problem is where I sit in this room, I can't. This shit doesn't reach the outlet, so I have to borrow my wife's what she uses. It's an extension cord for which she can charge her phone while she's on the couch. Okay. So I noticed something today. I go over there. I'm like, hey, I need your extension cord. And she's like, well, my phone's not at 100%. I was like, well, but I need to do a stream. You're watching bullshit, so it's only fair. It's just like, whatever, just plug it back in. I was like, okay. So or plug her other cord back in. So I unplug this extension cord, right? And then I go to plug her actual phone charger directly into the wall and realize, wait a minute, your charger cord is 9 feet long. Why in the fuck do you get to have a 9-foot long cord attached to a 9-foot long extension cord, which gives you a total of 18 feet? Meanwhile, for the last year and a half, I've been on the couch like this, in like the very corner, because my shit doesn't reach all the way to the wall. So I have to like hold it with my fingertips like this and get a crick in my neck and get cramps. And like sometimes my lat and chest start to form into one and it hurts real bad. So I have to go, ugh. Okay. For a year and a half, I've been doing that. And this whole time, she's at 18 feet of clearance. Like she could literally go from the kitchen to the living room to the bathroom and be fine. Bullshit. Do not like that at all. Yeah, I'm talking about you and your extension cords. Watch your show. Watch your show. You're being a terrible producer. That's what I'm saying. You're not being a good producer. Just don't pay me no mind. It's fine. Anyway, so that's another thing. You know, they can throw their asses around and mesmerize me and put me in a trance, and then they also get the long cords. It's not fair. I don't. Yeah, everybody was talking about equality, but I feel like we are lower on the totem pole right now. I mean, am I wrong? I feel like I'm wrong. I feel like I'm not wrong. I feel like I'm very right. Y'all agree? Let me figure out. Some stupid people want to get involved in this. I apologize. They're going to be very obnoxious. Oh, I didn't copy the whole thing. Fatal, where am I supposed to copy this thing? Where am I supposed to put it? I can't leave this screen or it will break. Most likely. I've been going for 30 minutes. I don't feel like I haven't talked about it. Not a goddamn thing. I apologize. Oh, while waiting for Fatal to tell me where to post the link, I did notice something. This is political. Somewhere in LA put out LA Times or something. They just put out an article talking about how climate change is starting to have a problem with rodents and the bubonic plague. I don't remember exactly how they drew the correlation, but I was thinking, wait a minute. That's not climate change. That's because y'all. There's literal doo-doo everywhere. They have an app for it that like people will say, hey, there's doo-doo here at the street corner. And there's so much doo-doo in like San Francisco and LA and stuff that the entire map is lit up brown. So I'm thinking that the bubonic plague coming back is due to the doo-doo, not climate change, which then makes you go, wait a minute, is climate change bullshit? Because if they're blaming rats and stuff on the climate change and not the doo-doo, that's some doo-doo. Just food for thought. Okay, look, Switch talk. Well, you've already missed the story about the Switch, sir, and we won't go much more into it other than that because none of us like playing video games on a damn keychain, sir. So you can quit. The Switch is trash. I'm not trying to talk about. Look, people are like, there's so many good games on the Switch, like Breath of the Wild. Like, okay, I don't like playing games where the trees have maracas and they're sad because they can't dance anymore. That game can go fuck itself. I'd rather play Horizon Zero Dawn. Next. Okay, Mario, so much fun. We had so much fun with Mario. No, I'd rather swing with Spider-Man to become a fucking superhero. Not play with Mario, who's been around for 47 years. Pass. Okay, what about, what's another game? Okay, what about Mario Kart? No, I'd rather play, none of them. Like I'm not messing with that unless my kids want to play, and then we'll play the Sonic one or we'll play the Crash Bandicoot. Look, basically what I'm getting at is if there's a game on the Switch, there is a better version on the PS4. Point blank, period. There's no reason to have a Switch whatsoever, and they never go on sale. Like if I was to buy a Switch now, Mario is still $65 for no reason. That's ridiculous. Fuck Nintendo. Fuck them. That is all. Okay. Fatal, you sent me something on Twitter, right? I just told you I can't leave this screen or this whole shit will break. Whole shit will break. And I can't transfer the copied link here through midair onto my phone to do this. I don't think. I mean, unless there's a way I can kind of bump it. It didn't do anything. See, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Wait, let me try something. Y'all bear with me since we got, annoying people on the chat. I might have to start a new podcast with different people in here. All it's going to be is a bunch of arguing because they're going to say some stupid shit that's going to make me mad. Twitter. It's hot in these rhinos. You are redirected soon. Please use this link. Like, see what? I hate PC so much. There's so much ass. Twitter's not working. Fatal. No, not working. Fatal didn't work. I tried. I went to Twitter on another tab, and it said no. It just simply told me no. I don't know why. Use this link. Okay, click. Nothing. Nothing. Use this link. Nothing. Mother. Fatal. Wait, can I click on your name and then message you through your clicking on your name? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Let's try. It did nothing. Dang it. Oh, I thought about wearing my 50 Cent shirt. I really did. Participants. What does that do? I clicked on it. Let's see. Give me a moment. While we're waiting, wait, what the? Nothing happened. I clicked on participants and nothing happened. It's very strange. Does anybody else have any ideas on what I can talk about while I'm trying to figure out how to invite folks? Anybody have anything that's interesting to talk about? Because I have nothing. How do I add somebody? What is this? No. E3. I don't really care for E3 because PlayStation's not going to be there. So, it is what it is. Say what you want, but they're the only ones that ever bring the shit that I get excited for. So I ain't worried about E3. I'll just catch everything on Twitter. Babe, if you're going to be on Twitter, can you at least put your photo on there so you don't look like a random? Jesus, you look like a straight troll with your no avatar having ass. Also, Ash M545, that's my lovely bride. She's not very lovely. She's quite dickish sometimes. I love you, though. I do, sometimes. Hold on, Fatal. I'm trying. Mother of God. Ooh, I hate you. Let me refresh this. Oh, if I refresh that, it's going to make me lose that. Oh, see. This is not good. What does this do? My little mic bar says it doesn't. Oh, here we go. Oh, but that would be a open tweet. I don't want to do that. No. Never mind. I think hopefully Ghost comes out a little before Death Stranding. That's what I hope they talk about at E3. That's what I hope. Let me try this. Let me add another one. And I'm just going to type in Twitter. Yes. Yes. Enter. No. Son of a bitch. Mother of God. Yeah, Ghost looks amazing. The limb separation and everything. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream and let it be a standalone, and then I'll come back on with these goofballs. Oh, why am I in every game? I don't know. I am JGOT says this because I'm a default character, which is a very rude thing to say to somebody. But you know, I don't know what it is, but I haven't received a dime from anyone ever. But I'm in like, 327 games. So I should at least have like at least the bare minimum $942, and I don't have that. So update video. What are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Why are you putting female icons on the screen? What? Hey, Fatal, can I just put the thing in the chat? Fuck it. If you're not Fatal or well, I don't care. Just whatever. Just, I'll just invite everybody. Fuck it. There we go. Boom. That way I don't have to stop. There it is. Do you identify as a female or are you female? You got to clarify these things nowadays. Babe, whenever Fatal and Dooley join, delete that link, please. Producer. Also not the link. What? What do you mean that's not the link? All right, I'm going to end the stream, and then I'll be back with some friends. Bye for now.